G'day guys, and welcome to World of Tanks with the Magnificent Margon. Well, as you can see, Kaze and I have jumped on our ELC AMXs. Herlequin is on his Type 64. So, this is not a bad matchmaking now. I have just gone flying off that hill like an absolute... Let's do that again. That's actually quite funny. I'll go down this hill. I'll be really careful about how I do it, and as you can see, like I will slow it down a bit. These things, as I've said in my review, are so fast and so ridiculous. Here we go, and we're running through the bush, and boom! I just get that little bit of airborne and go sideways and detrack myself like an absolute noob. But hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. This take is just... it's too fast for its own good, really. It's just hilarious. So, Herlequin's in his usual position on this map that he spots from. Kaze and I have gone to Death Valley. Now, we only came this way to do spots. Do the spots, find out where the enemy is, and then go back and help Herlequin. But, well, this seems to be fun running for out here. I've spotted the M4. Okay, cool. We've got an M4 coming up. We've got a Hummel sitting back there. Kaze is taking a shot. I haven't got a shot. So we both pull back. The M4, if it could go up there. Now the scumbag has just taken it out. Perfect. I was going to turn around and go back, and then Kaze says, no, let's go for another spot. Let's stay with this M4. Let's help him. Alright, cool. Done. So we've headed up the hill. As you'll see, Herlequin's still in his usual spotting position, and he's now starting to move. He actually decides to come over our side of the map. Now, there's a T49. We're trying to make a decision on how we're going to do this. Now, we haven't seen anyone else. And we're like, is this 49 the only one here? No, this can't be it. Alright, he's low health. Alright, let's move, says Kaze. And okay, we'll get around him, use our speed. Boom! Scumbag hits Kaze, I get the kill. Alright, next target now. We know the scumbag's over this side. He's taken his shot, which means he's here. So, we're tearing now. It's time to tear up the dirt and do it quickly. So here we go. Now I'm running around this side. I know the scumbag's here. I can feel it and I know it. And once again, trying to get airborne. There's a scumbag. No, I hit the rock. He's fired, and I've called the Kaze. He's fired. Get into position. Let's take this guy down. Now I've jammed up against him to hold him still. Kaze taking a shot. I've bounced off the M44. Detracked him, but bounced. Got clear. Hummel took it out for us. Bugger. Oh well. Now we've successfully just taken this flank. Okay, cool. Well, the only thing is, guys, I never saw the end of this battle. That's the disappointing thing about this right now. Kaze stayed right to the end. I got out because I wanted to change once I died. So unfortunately, I can't show you what happened. But we actually won this map. I'm going to become a sniper now. There's that Crusader. Boom! Bye bye, Crusader. This is our fun take. Now there's Herlequin on his 64. All of us are here together. Now, Kaze is going around the north. Herlequin's going around the north of the town, assaulting from the side. I'm sitting here thinking I might be able to snipe something. Nothing's popped up. Okay, let's get down into the town and shoot some guys up. Which is fair enough. It's part of the game. Let's go do it. Game 4's moved up. He's taken no damage since we took the hill for him. So, as you can see, their team is slowly falling. I was hoping to have a few sniper shots through buildings. It would be hard to do sometimes. So I've moved up, and through this little road, I've then seen the VK. I can't read it so fast. 28. Taking my shot, done some more damage. Rightio, I said, let's pull back. As you can see, their team is melting. There's that VK28. I'm not really in the mood to first him, so I move back down the hill here. except I do something a little bit silly at the moment, and I drive out in front of a KB1 and get myself killed. And oh no, the VK28 got me in the end. I then see Herlequin. Herlequin's there by himself, taking the damage, has a ram, and that's all that we watched. That's the end of this video. So, as you can see, we had a lot of fun. We were laughing the whole way through. Like 64 tier 6 ELCs, tier 5. In a tier 6 battle, that was probably the best matchmaking we could have got, and we won this map. It was hilarious that we won that. We took the valley and won it for the team nearly. I think that was more or less a light tank carry there. So on to the next ELC battle. Okay guys, here we are on Serene Coast. Now I'm on my ELC again. Kaze is on his, and Herlequin's on his 64. I made probably a semi-critical decision right at the start of this that I needed to go down to the coastline. Kaze has gone off to the north. Herlequin's going to head off sort of to the north as well. And the only reason why I decided to go south was because I can use the buildings to hide in. I can use a few of the bushes to hide in. And I know that the speed on this will give me the greatest advantage. As most of you know, this thing hammers along and it does a great job. Now, the KV2 150, I can't read all the dots on the map, 34, T34 and something else coming down around, as well as I've got the U100. So I've jumped in this bush. Now I know I can spot the whole of the beach from this position, so I've held here. As you can see, Kaze and Herlequin are at the top. They're spotting the other light tanks right on the other side of the map, which is fine. I'm helping our heavies push up. There you go. It was a T30, it looks like T29. So by me sitting here, it means that they know it's secure at the beach. They can actually see that I'm spotting. I can't see round the corner though, but to me, it's looking pretty damn good. No shots have been fired. The KV2's told the attention. The 34's moved out. He hasn't been shot at, which generally means it's pretty clear the beachfront. So the heavy tanks decide, well, if it's clear, we're going to take it. And I'm spotting and clearing it out. Now, I've told Herlequin and Kaze this, and Kaze stands around and goes, alright, we're coming your side, Margon, here we come. And Herlequin goes, I hate you guys, you're so fast, slow down. And, of course, Kaze is like, yeah, whatever, I'm going for it. So, the strange thing is, we haven't actually seen a lot of the enemy team as of yet. I wonder why I can't really hear the sound. Sound must be down too quiet on this. I thought I'd be able to hear some shots. That's the way I go. I have turned it down probably a little bit too low. I do that when I'm listening to it through my speakers. It just becomes too loud otherwise. There we go. That's a bit better. You guys can at least see the tanks now. I'm not restarting again so you can hear the other. So I've run around, seen the ELC. Well, maybe I can take this guy on. Boom. No, not yet. Well, 10 shot, hit the ground. Okay, cool. Missed him. Whatever. Fly around this corner, keeping spots on him, keeping him track, and I rammed him. Pull back. And I bounced off an ELC. What the hell? Okay, get out of there, I'm thinking. They're all shooting at me. Kaze and Herlequin are finally racing up the beach. So I've seen that and gone, okay, time for me to move into a different position, hide, disappear, whatever. We've taken the attention off our heavies, but our heavies have really now pushed up. Herlequin's going up that way, and Kaze was actually saying, no, back here, Herlequin, we're going up here, and he goes, oh, well, I'm going this way. So bye, Herlequin, and he zips up that way. I decided, well, I'm going to join Kaze. Maybe we can both work together on this T29. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. That thing is just an armoured beast, and, well, he's a tier 7, we're a tier 5. All we can really do is keep spots on him. And that's the name of the game, keeping spots on the 29. Some unknown reason, Herlequin's going to race him down the hill. I don't know why, but... And I don't know why I did this. This is just madness. Ramming through a house to chase a 29. Honestly, what I was sensing, I have no idea. And then running out there like an absolute idiot. That was my own stupidity. I deserve to die for that. That was dumb. Herlequin's getting into a position to try and snipe him. It didn't work. So here's Kaze. I'm not going to watch Herlequin. I'll go over to Kaze. Kaze is now under fire. I'm pretty sure we actually won this map. I think it was only through dumb luck though that we actually won. They really don't like that house. Let's get rid of Kaze's cover. There's that 29. Kaze is seen him. Kaze is trying to maneuver. He was going to try and take a pot shot. He hit the rocks. And I think this is the end of Kaze. This is pretty well the end of the battle now. As you can see, we are sort of winning. Kaze is keeping the spots on the 29. There's not much else he can do, bar keep him lit up. Hopefully the scumbags are paying attention. There's the KV1S. What else can you do? Like we've won this one, and it was one of those ones where it was probably an advantage from this position I got into. Was able to spot. I didn't get spotted for most of the game, so yeah, it does help out. The ELC AMXs are great as last minute one killers. If you can get in there, mop up, that's what they're good for. Otherwise, being a spotter, keeping the targets lit up for as long as you can and hope that the scumbags or your other TDs are paying attention. If they're not, well, you're in trouble. And that's the only way to look at it. Now, I think the KV1S finishes off Kaze, which is quite sad. He's taking a shot and missed. So, there you go. We've had 2 good wins on this, and it's not very often, but we did this to break things up. Like, we haven't had fun, like a lot of fun, for a long time on the outtakes. And this is the type of thing we want to do. Now, we would like some of our other players to get oh no, Kaze lives right to the end, that's right, he takes a scumbag out right at the end of this, I remember it now. We are, like, as you know, Kaze and I have KV2s, and we'd like to have a battle where we can have 3 KV2s on a map. We don't know how OP that will be in a platoon, but we're pretty confident that's going to be pretty damn OP. It's not very often you see 3 platoon together. Which means that it's probably good, because I'm more of a late game player, whereas Kaze is a very early game player, and yeah, I just don't worry about it too much. So I like to come through. Now, this is Kaze. We're all saying ram it, and Kaze's like, no, I want to guarantee a kill, and he just goes, boom, goodbye, and keeps moving, which is fair enough. I've got one more battle after this for you guys to see. I have been sort of half saving this one. I was going to do it as just a 1 episode one, but I thought, why not chuck a couple of little fun tanks in? You know, Kaze and I always have fun on our ELCs, but now that we've got Herlequin with his Type 64, it just makes those games a little bit better. And we don't seem to be hit as harsh with matchmaking at the moment, so we were potentially expecting tier 10s. We got 2 battles that were under tier 8 basically. The other one was tier 6. Tier 8 on this one. Not too bad. Tier 7 I should say, sorry. Tier 7, my bad, I can't read my own screen. So yes, time for my last one, which is on my IS. Alright guys, IS. Now unfortunately, we do not have Herlequin with us now. This was done a few days ago, but Herlequin wasn't on today. I think he was working or something at the time. Can't really remember, and as you know, Kaze and I generally have the middle of the day off free. So we both normally go Magical Forest. We like it here. It's a sniping position. It's very open, so you know you're generally going to die or you're going to survive. And the other side, that hill, like, you get spotted in here, the people on the hill can kill you. If you don't get spotted in here and you spot the people on the hill, you're not going to be able to kill them because they've got a hard wall. I think, in my opinion, that's probably the only thing that could change with this map. You can see I've just spotted the leopard. I've had to take a shot to get rid of him and hope that someone else finishes him off. Now I've pulled back. I know I've been spotted and there's nothing I can do. This is exactly the worst thing about this forest. It's spot at the last second. Now, well done the wargaming. It is one of those things where you don't push up, you're not going to see what's in the other side of the forest, but at the same time, a light tank for a heavy tank, that's an excellent trade-off. Kaze and I are now really struggling. We've got a KV-1S that's Saturn based most of the time, decided to move now. Hasn't turned his turret any other direction, hasn't made any shots, hasn't done anything useful. There's also a Type 58. Now I don't know whether he was just sniping or what he was doing, but he's just sitting there. I don't really care about those two. Kaze and I have agreed that the Magical Forest is unsafe and unsecurable. I've told the M44, we're leaving. Goodbye, and you're on your own. If you stay there, and he's woken up and gone, oh crap, all my defense is gone. I have to move out of there. Kaze is headed down the low side, the mid side of the town, and he's floating around there. Now, the A44 is not a bad tank. Its only downer is the fact that it doesn't have much of a gun depression. I said that the other day. It's not depressed. Actually, no, I said depressed. Yeah, depression's correct. Oh, God. So I'm using these trees. Now, what kind of idiot in a big tank like this uses these trees for cover? Of course, me. Don't know why I did it, but at the time I thought they might hide me. I don't know what was going through my head, but somehow it's paid off. Now there are a few other bushes in the way. And as I was saying with Magical Forest, if we had a hill like they did on the other side that we could hide behind, which is located in 8, 9, H and J, it would be very campy, this map. More campy than what it sort of already is. Now, with this map, its biggest down is the hill at the back here where the Jag Panzer IV is. As you can see, he's just camping it. Now, KV-1S moved up and hid. What the hell? Now, I'm about to take out T-49. Our scumbag's moving along us. He was just sitting over there in the open. I don't know why. So, Wargaming have really put probably a lot more effort into this map. It's good that we've got our own hill that we can camp off and shoot through the forest, but it doesn't help. Now, we're about to cap out, which is brilliant, and set him on fire. I love it at the moment. I'm actually setting a lot more people on fire. I'm blowing their ammo racks up. I don't know, this is just a pot shot. I'm probably dumb pot shot. I could have killed the KV-1S. But there you go. Map awareness. As you can see, there's, 3 heavies, a medium, 3 TDs, scumbag left alive on their side, that we left that had the forest, and that was a decision. If we died, we probably would not have been able to maybe pull off a win because they would have rolled us earlier, or we may have bottlenecked them up a little bit longer and died and not lived to tell the tale. Now, as much as dying sounds fun, I like to actually keep my tank alive. At least it's not a big repair cost at the end of the battle. See, 1,200 damage, not too shabby, but not the best for me, but it seems to be something I get quite regularly. 1,000 plus damages, which is pretty good, in my opinion. It's what you need to do. If you can do 1,000 damage, if everyone else can do 1,000 damage, you're generally going to win. Sometimes I do 2,000 damage and we still lose. I sit there going, I can't do much more. I can't destroy these guys much more than I have. But this is one of those maps. Great call by Kaze sort of to get out of there, and I agreed with him, and we got out, stayed alive, able to protect the flank, and sacrifice the position. Now, a lot of the time in battles and war, that would happen. You would sacrifice a weak position to make a stronger position with your fellow teammates. So yeah, they're the 3 battles that I'm going to show you. I hope you enjoy them, guys. If you like what we do, particularly Kaz and I, as you know, most Kaz has made nearly every one of my videos. I think there's only a handful that he hasn't. Like our videos. Let us know that you like what we're doing. Maybe in the comments below, please leave a comment. Say, hey, have you two ever thought about doing this as a trial? Like, we're getting a handful of different tanks. Kaz is doing a lot more Russian. We both got sort of the same German tanks. I'm exploring the British tree a little bit more with my AT, my TD line that I'm doing. I'm probably just going to start a light tank line, but we both agreed that we want to get our T57s in the American line. So we've got a few tanks that we're looking at doing in the next sort of couple of months, maybe even 6 months or so. We were thinking of doing Elder Scrolls Online, haven't quite got there yet. Because we're still both having an hour, and we really don't want to pay for another game and slog it out, grinding, leveling, and stuff like that. So, but we might do it, and I might throw a couple of Elder Scrolls Online videos up. So, if you want to leave us a comment and say, hey, can you guys talk about this? Can you show us that? It would be probably really good, really handy. We do like to hear from our subscribers and our and other viewers. So if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. If you want to subscribe to my page, more than welcome. It lets me, and then subscribe to my page, you'll be informed of when I put videos up and things like that. As you know, I did my STA1 review. I don't normally do a review in the middle of the week, but this weekend's going to be a busy one because Blackadder, which is one of the other guys that I play tankies with, which is Herlequin's roommate, is actually got his engagement party on tomorrow night. So congratulations, bud. You're crazy. I can tell you that now. Getting engaged, getting married, you're crazy. But hey, each person their own. I got married and I'm crazy too, but that's the way it goes. So I'll probably get smacked in the head, but I'm not getting smacked in the head because my partner is watching a movie behind me. So that's perfect. She can't hear anything I say about her. So yeah, that's all that, guys. Facebook. I have got a Facebook page. Please come over there. Like my page. I haven't done really any work on it. I do need to do some work. I started doing a little bit of work on my YouTube page. I've had a bit of trouble with it. Oh, there you go. Slice of Chris is going on to Steam and playing a computer game. Oh well, you're famous now, Chrissy. He's my brother. He plays a variety of different games. He does have his own YouTube channel, which is a Slice of Chris. He's alternative gaming. He has played a little bit of tanks. It's about tier 5. He was playing with one of his mates too. Unfortunately, because his mate dropped out, he dropped out. It's not as much fun playing by yourself. Kaz is starting to learn that, and I hate playing by myself. It's no fun. You haven't got someone to talk to. You sit here quietly. If I was live streaming, I might have done a bit more, but I'm not. So that's the way it goes. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there for tonight, guys. So happy hunting, and I will catch you on the battlefield.